know what? Oh my God. It must be Friday night. It's Friday night, boys. It's Friday night. I played the outro for the intro. I've got a cold Corona right here, followed up by Smitty Frozen, and I'm going to follow it up with an IPA. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing,
Russell,
brother?
how about you?
All is well, fellas. All is well. Good Friday.
Hey, Smitty, can you hear me? Hey, Smitty.
Blink if
Oh,
you can hear
man.
us.
I got even Siri going right now in the background.
Yeah.
Yo, Smitty. Yo, Smitty. This is how it's going to be. It's Friday night. The internets are crazy all over the place. We've got Tiger Woods passing tampons. We've got Andy Reid being called a chubster. Is anybody offended by that? I'm not.
No.
I'm more offended that Smitty's still staring at us, and I don't know what's going on.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, as far as Andy Reid goes, round is a shape, so I'm in shape. That's all I can tell you right now.
And I like that. You like that, Kevin?
He's just
You like that?
Yeah, he's just a ball coach, dude. Like he's Andy Reid.
Let me tell you something. Hey, you can bust Andy Reid all you want. He just won another Super Bowl. That's all I can tell you.
Dude, the guy's a GOAT. He's one of the best ever. I mean, he's not the GOAT, but he's definitely considered one of the best coaches to ever, standing on the sidelines with a headset on his head and his little clipboard over. You know what I'm saying? Much love.
So Ray, that's one of my.
Smitty, welcome to the party. Oh shit, he freeze again.
Yeah.
Listen, I see movement. I
didn't text this to you guys. I didn't bring it up, but I know one of the conversations this week was, and Kev, you've had a great defense of Belichick, but when you compare Belichick to Andy Reid, right? We've now gone multiple teams, multiple quarterbacks, and we have not done that with Belichick. So if you take that comparison, as far as people naming Belichick the GOAT, what say you?
Well, you got to also look back at Belichick's career. He won 11 games or won the division with Cleveland, and he had Testaverde as his quarterback. They won 11 or 12 games. Ray, you could correct me on this one with Matt Castle when Brady got hurt. So he has done stuff, but in terms of winning, and don't forget, Andy Reid didn't win a Super Bowl with the Eagles. He went to the Super Bowl. So, but I think it's a great point bringing up Andy Reid in a discussion because he's definitely, as Ray said, one of the best coaches ever. I don't know that he's top 5 just yet, but I think he's a top 10 coach. You got to also realize there's been a lot of great coaches. Just to be in the mix, just to be in the conversation, I think Andy Reid would be proud of the work he's done. So, and he's not done. We're going to see that Kansas City team ain't going away.
Okay, but my point is, like, let me, because there's an awful lot of conversation about Belichick and Belichick with Brady and Brady without Belichick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So has Reid done more with different teams than Belichick has?
Yes. Yes.
So when you're having that discussion about Belichick being the greatest of all time, and again, listen, I appreciate Belichick. I'm not a Belichick hater. I love Tom Brady. I'll put that out there. But minus Tom Brady, what has Bill Belichick done? And has Andy Reid done more than Bill Belichick with different quarterbacks?
Yeah, because if you look back, he had McNabb, and then when McNabb left, he just looked inaccurate. Then nobody wanted Michael Vick when he got out of jail, and he turned him into an all-pro quarterback. And then he went pretty far in the playoffs with Alex Smith in Kansas City, and then Mahomes took over. So you can argue that he's done more in terms of winning at a higher level, in terms of, taking quarterbacks, elevating their game, winning at the same time, having success. I think it's a fair, I'd say yes.
All right. So now my next question, and Smitty, I'm probably going to throw this at you.
Can we say hi to Smitty first? Hi, Smitty. How you doing,
Smitty.
bud? There he is.
Salutations. What's going on?
All
right,
right.
so-
Give
so-
him his run.
so-
Give him some run real quick.
Smitty, while you were gone, we
Yes,
came
while
up
I
with
was
a
gone.
solution. Yeah, well, we came up
You
with
were
a
there.
solution
You were
that,
there.
maybe the spousal support you get maybe adds one overtime to upgrade the internet, but we're gonna let that go. But while we're talking about the coaches,
Listen, I'm drinking a double IPA. Don't make me laugh, bro.
go
ahead.
Right. So I have one more coaching question. Is
Yes.
Bill Belichick's taken a ton of heat about family. Did Dable make a mistake by hiring his son today?
That's a tough question. I mean, to be honest with you, I really don't know anything about his son as far as his background. If his son does not have any experience or bring anything to the table, then it's definitely a mistake. You know what I mean? Because you're adding a family member just based off being a family member instead of just, taking into account that what he brings to the table, So I don't know. I would have to do my research as far as his son is concerned. If his son brings something to the table, then, it's nothing personal. It's just strictly business. So that's the way as a Giants fan, that's the way I look at it.
Yep.
Well, Russ, I'm glad that you went around me with that Reid Belichick question. But I just want to chime in on it real quick because obviously you know my stance with Belichick. The one thing that Belichick has done for 20 years is dominate in a conference and win Super Bowls. And he didn't have to bounce and go find another quarterback in order to win a Super Bowl. So that's my argument. Not saying that you don't have a great point because I do believe you do. But at the same time, Belichick hasn't had to go anywhere. Granted, he had Tom Brady, but like any other, great marriage, it worked, and they both were unbelievable together. So Belichick will always be the GOAT, in my opinion, whether he wins another one or he doesn't win another one. I don't think it matters. The body of work is the body of work.
So Ray, let me give you this.
I'll chime in. I'll chime in after you, Russ. Go ahead.
All right,
one at a time.
Let me give you this example. You and Heather
Yep.
have a great marriage for 15 years.
Yep.
And say 20 years. And after 20 years, Heather moves on and she continues to have a great marriage or relationship with whoever she's with, and you don't.
Okay.
Who's the winner?
She had a midlife crisis, probably.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me to follow on that because I just, I get what you're saying. I just think that, like, dude, the guy's got 6 Super Bowls, and he also won Super Bowls as a coordinator. He's just, I don't think that they've been unsuccessful. The last 2 years, like this year was brutal. Maybe he made a mistake hiring the offensive coordinator he hired. I think he rectified that this year. It's not like they went, 4-13,
So
Listen,
Kev has made me listen. You have made me like rethink it with like the Cleveland days,
right,
and whatever. I don't hate Belichick.
Inexperience.
I don't hate Belichick. I like Brady, but when I find it hard to believe that Brady could just step out into another team, all-star studded or not. Like I'm not discounting that, right? And win a Super Bowl, and that Belichick has done nothing without Brady. Because what makes me mad as a fan, and I hope Ray agrees with this, is what makes me mad as a fan is Brady didn't need all the Rodgers money, right? He needed you to bring in.
Yeah.
He needed you to bring in other people, and you didn't do it. So
and he still won. Yeah, true.
And he still won. So that's
True.
the part that if Rodgers is going to make $50 million a year and Brady's going to make 25, then Brady should make 25 and have all the weapons.
maybe.
Like that's the part that I guess stings me.
But that's the coaching part of it too.
Right.
That's the coaching part of it because he put the right pieces on the chessboard in order to be successful. And that's, I think, where the whole thing gets discounted, because when Brady started his career and he won 3 Super Bowls, he wasn't exactly the Tom Brady that we've grown to know over the last 20 plus years.
And
Those first 6 years, he was not like this unbelievable 5,000 yard passer.
Right.
You know, that was Bill. Bill did that.
I don't disagree with that. But if at any point along that way, Brady demanded the money that other quarterbacks would Belichick have had that flexibility?
No, they would have traded him.
That's my point.
Or they would have had less around him, and it would have been much harder to do. Like, dude, nobody, to me, we can compliment Andy Reid, and that was the point of this.
Yeah.
And we can say he's a phenomenal coach that belongs on that Mount Rushmore. But he didn't do it for 20 straight years. No. I don't care that he only had one quarterback. The names changed. They rebuilt. Right now, the difference is that Bill Belichick is rebuilding this team on the fly, and they're still competitive.
They're going to be in the playoffs next year.
No, they're
not.
Patriots are in the playoffs next year.
You heard it here first.
Yes, mark my words. We'll be in the playoffs next year. I'm not even sweating.
Not if the Jets get a quarterback.
No,
we're gonna beat Miami. Well, we could have 3 teams going next year. There's no saying that we couldn't.
You know what? Hold on. Russ, take me back. I apologize for my tardiness. Take me back to your original question as far as Andy Reid.
So
what was your original question?
Right. Andy Reid has had multiple quarterbacks, multiple team success. So when you make that equation against Bill Belichick being the GOAT, right? Belichick has had no accomplishments outside of Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. I agree with you.
But what do you
100%.
mean by what the accomplishment part is why I
cares?
All right. So who's had more success?
In one place, Mike Tomlin.
Or Andy Reid with the team.
Mike Tomlin. Did you really say Mike Tomlin?
Andy Reid is on Mike Tomlin level. What are you talking about?
Hold on. Time out. No, you didn't say that.
Yeah,
no, you didn't say that.
That's fair.
No, you did not say that.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh Steelers, 100.
Mike compared to Bill Belichick. So
Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin are right here. I agree
with that.
100.
So where's Belichick?
Above them.
Looking down. He's looking down on them. Going, come on,
He's
guys.
got 6 Super Bowls.
Come on. You can get there. Come on. I'm going to help you up. I'm going to pull you up with my rope.
Well, he won Super Bowls as a defensive coordinator. He has 6 as a coach. He's been to 1 million of them. He won the division with Testaverde.
Why you got to hate on Bill, man?
No. It's fair because
nobody's hating on him. Nobody's hating on him. As a matter of fact, hold on, time out. Russ is a Patriots fan just like you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
I don't mean anything. What's that mean?
Not hating. He's just stating the facts.
Perspective.
He's just stating the facts. That's all.
Well,
You're comparing Mike Tomlin to Andy Reid?
Why wouldn't I?
Why
What's
not?
wrong with that?
How many Super Bowls has he been?
Hold on. Time out, Kev, time out. I know Bones is your boy and everything, but hold on, time out. Let me ask you this.
Here we go.
Let me ask you this.
Oh.
Mike Tomlin, how many Super Bowls has he won? And with how many quarterbacks?
2.
Same quarterback.
Was it 2 or 1? I thought it was 2.
No, he won 2.
2.
He's got 2.
Yep.
He's got 2 with Big Ben.
Yep.
He's got 2 with who?
In the first 4 years of Big Ben's career.
With Big Ben, right?
With Big Ben, yes.
All right, so let's freeze it right there.
You keep freezing.
I think what Russ was saying was that what Andy Reid has done, he's won with separate, different quarterbacks.
And who were those quarterbacks?
And 2 different organizations.
Yes, but who were the quarterbacks?
Andy Reid's only won with Reid's only won with 1 quarterback.
Yes, he won Super Bowls with
He's only won Super Bowls with 1 quarterback.
But it's not like McNabb and Vic were scrubs. He had 2 franchise quarterbacks.
No, they weren't. Exactly.
No,
Yes.
but Donovan McNabb was a great quarterback for a long time.
Yes, he was.
Michael Vick
Absolutely.
Michael Vick, even when he was with the Falcons, he was terrific. He was more of an athlete. When he came to Andy Reid helped him understand the passing game a lot better. But it's not like those 2 quarterbacks were scrubs. It's not like Andy Reid won. Like, to me, the argument over one quarterback over a couple, it's, Alex Smith was a really good, smart quarterback. He took Washington to the playoffs, for crying out loud, on one leg. So
It's getting hot in here, boys.
I'm just saying, like, I think it's fair to look at Andy Reid and look at the success he's had, but it's not like those quarterbacks were scrubs.
Hey, just for the record, just to make it clear, career winning percentage, Tomlin edges Reid by 30%. 63.634% versus 0.609.
Right.
So the body of work that Mike Tomlin done is actually better than what Andy Reid's done. Career wise, comparing them both. And Mike Tomlin,
I'm gonna tell you what, for the record, a lot of Steeler fans are not feeling.
They don't have to. I mean, listen, I'm sure LeBron fans aren't feeling me either when I say Jordan's the GOAT. It is what it is.
Yeah, but that's
like how it goes. I'm either you're right or you're wrong, and I obviously I'm right. I mean, geez, I can't be wrong, can I? Can I? Come on, can I? Tell me I can be wrong. I know I can be wrong.
Everybody can.
Everybody can. It's fun though. And Russell, you were wrong, but we'll say you're right today, just so you know. Oh shit.
See, he mentioned freezing, and
there's only one thing going wrong right now, to be honest with you. Smitty, I think he did something to his internet tonight. He tried to cut a couple pennies here. He's pinching pennies over there. That retirement life is getting him. Russell, do you have any advice to give to our friend Smitty?
Listen, he's got to get the spouse to work some more overtime.
Overtime,
the internet.
Get it done.
Listen, when you're home as a trophy husband, you got to be treated right.
Trophy husband, treat him right. Oh man, we got him in here all kinds of places.
I wonder who was trying to jump on.
Oh, that was Smitty's other. He's got like 6 profiles now. I don't know, man.
Listen, I just got to throw one thing in that who's this over here? Heather Marie said this is getting hot.
Right, oh yeah,
right
I shared it.
The only thing hot in here is Heather Marie. That's all I can tell you.
Yes, you're right. You're right, Russell. You're right. Yeah, as I look at her feet right now,
she makes you look good.
She has wonderful feet too. Let me tell you.
Yeah, great. That's gonna make
Russ go nuts. Look good. That's all I can tell you.
Very good, boy. So listen, speaking of Heather Marie, no, I'm only kidding. I was gonna go into something, but I'm gonna get a shoe thrown at me, and it's probably not a good idea.
Good idea.
I love you, babe. So where I was gonna go with that was so how about tampons in Tiger Woods? Can we talk about that for a minute? Do we got time to talk about
greatest thing that has ever happened? Right there, Ray. So Ray, I got to tell you, because you and I have golfed together. I got to tell you right now, greatest thing ever, because what they just did was personalized golf. They just eliminated them from being freaking superheroes to you and I walking down the freaking 9th hole at River Ridge, joking with each other. And I love it.
Yeah, no, it was great. You know what? The only thing I hated, and feel free to jump in right after this, Kev or Smitty, but the fact that people were offended that Tiger handed him a tampon, like, me and my boy Kat, as Russ knows, we pass around a pink golf ball. What's
the background story? What's the background story on that?
The background story is that Tiger hit a drive past, further than JT. And since JT is a young man still in his, late 20s, probably late 20s, and Tiger's 46 years old, to hit it past a 20-something in his prime, here you go, little guy. Keep up with the old man. Here's a tampon, basically calling him a girl, which is fine. Who cares? It's not a big deal.
So Smitty, let me break it down. Let me make it simpler for you. Ray is much younger than I am, right? Hits the ball much farther. if we're golfing around and I'm consistently hitting the ball past Ray's going to get it.
Mhm.
And Tiger gave it to him, and like it humanized the sport to me.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal at all. I think everybody's sensitive today, and I think this is like a non-story.
It's a non-story, but it's a joke that it's even being like he actually
Right.
had to apologize. I have a problem with that.
I wouldn't have apologized for either thing that he apologized for.
No, you don't apologize for that. Are you
And
kidding me?
the other thing, that's nobody's business but his and his wife. So guess what? I wouldn't apologize for that.
No, not
All
today.
right.
Not today. Woke is a joke. Keep it moving. Anyway,
So listen, I don't want to move on to like the next greatest thing, the story of our lives going on. But Chris Michael made a phenomenal point that our boy Smitty wants to just talk about Montas and the pitching staff. So what say we about the MLB?
oh, you said he was
Yeah,
hanging out with
I-
Paxton. They had hotel rooms next to each other, right? Hospital beds next to each other. Him and James. What'd you call that guy?
James.
Yeah, Paxton. James Paxton. You said he's always banged up. I said they got hospital rooms next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Montas.
Oh,
All right.
you were frozen probably.
No, Montas. I mean, if any Yankee fan thinks that Montas was like part of our starting rotation, they're sadly mistaken.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to go down towards like one of the biggest busts. You know, after this year, he becomes a free agent. So, you know what? Get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all these years, like we got him last year, his shoulder. So get him out of there. Domingo Germán can start as the number 5 starter. He's already proven himself as a Yankee, you know, as far as pitching is concerned. So Frankie Montas, he can get out of New York.
Yeah.
So and along with what Smitty's saying is, you know, and my kid is a fanatic with the Yankees, probably as much or more than I am. But like, do we need Montas to start? Like, is it is it worth pushing him now or getting him right and potentially bringing him back to fill in an injury at the end of the season?
No. I mean,
Okay.
his shoulder's messed up. Like, they took a shot. They made a move to try to add a legit starter in that rotation, and it just didn't work out. Like, in terms of a bust, I mean, I guess you could say he's a bust if you view a bust as someone that got hurt. But, I mean, Rodon's had injury history, and, you know, they signed him. The problem is that the Yankees rotation is legitimately I'm like listening to my son scream upstairs. Their rotation has questions anyway, and you got guys like Severino, injury history, Montas hurt, Rodon, big free agent, injury history. So, I mean, but it's like with any pitching staff, any of these guys can get hurt. But I do think they counted on him to start, and I think it's a blow to the Yankees.
Yeah. I think
Listen,
Chris did say earlier too.
I don't know how long people have been Yankee.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ray.
No.
Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was just going to say, I think Chris was saying that earlier, that if you thought that Montas was going to come in and do anything with the Yankees, you're sadly mistaken. So,
Absolutely. 100%.
yeah.
And those of you who have been Yankee fans for a long time, remember Sonny Douglas Gray.
Yeah. The Yankees need to stop making trades with the A's, because what happens is they always get jobbed. Like they just do. Just go get pitchers from another organization. Billy Beane's not going to hand the Yankees somebody that like and Sonny Gray was really good with Oakland. Some of these guys just don't translate and play well.
It's a different story. Listen, you can play in a football field. But it's a different story once you don those pinstripes.
So,
And you know what? Yankee Stadium is a small ballpark.
Yeah,
So,
very good
It's
point.
full of assholes. Full of assholes.
and listen, as a, like middle of the road, I'm going to play devil's advocate
Bro, I
here.
know you're not talking. I know
Listen,
you're not talking. I'm sorry, Russ. Go ahead.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, right?
Ooh,
So,
I like that.
how much stock do you put into a player being inhibited or promoted by playing in Fenway or the Bronx?
Smitty, you want to take this one?
What do you mean, Russ?
As far as
like when they talk about, like, you got people that go, they play in these smaller markets and they're successful, and then they
Right.
come to Boston or the Bronx
Yeah.
and they have a hard time. Like, how much stock do you put in that? Shouldn't they be a professional and be able to perform wherever they are? Or do you think that those markets really have to evaluate if they can perform in their market?
It depends who it is, though. Like, that's the risk reward of a trade with some of these smaller market teams. You don't know. I mean, we've seen guys come in and kill it in New York and in Boston. We've seen guys completely flop for both sides.
Yeah.
Pitching, hitting, like, it happens.
And you got to catch them at the right time of their careers too. I feel
Right.
like. You know what I mean? But I there's definitely pressure without a doubt. But if I'm looking to bring somebody in, I'm not worried about it. You're a stud, and like Trevor Story's a stud out in Colorado, and then he comes over to Boston, and he's not. It's different. Different ballpark, different.
So
atmosphere.
let me add on to that. Let me ask you one more question. Do you think that it is franchise pressure, or do you think that it is media pressure?
I think it's mental pressure. Like,
does that come from the franchise or the media?
It comes from everything, because you're going into these, you're playing. It's easier on the mind. We've all been on teams in our life in whatever sport that are bad, and you go out there and you play hard, but you know that there's, like, it's completely different if you're in the playoffs with, like, a really good team. I mean, it just mentally, I think that when you're taught, it's a question that we can give an opinion on. There's no right or wrong answer, because we've seen guys have success and fail.
You know what, Russ? You know how I'm going to answer that? I'm going to relate it to golf, because I think golf is a very relatable pressure sport. It's all you in your brain. Mental. If you're on a golf course and you're just playing a friendly round with, your boys, then it's an easy day. But if you go in a tournament and you have to, like, grind and think, and the pressure and people are watching you, that's a big difference from just, like, playing in Pittsburgh or Colorado or
Cincinnati.
Then you go to Boston, New York, LA. Now, you know what? Now I got celebrities watching me. I've got, all these crazy fans in Boston. You got these other people in New York.
Right.
Notice how I said other. Oh, where did Smitty go? Again?
Yeah.
Again? Oh my God. But anyway, that's how I would compare it, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. You boys want to do the Super Bowl wrap up real quick?
Yeah, wrap it up. Wrap up some Super Bowl stuff. What were your takeaways, Kev?
My takeaways were the Philadelphia Eagles, I thought, were the better team, even though they lost. They fumbled, returned for a touchdown. Their defense, which has been spot on all year, gave up. They had 2 missed assignments for touchdowns, and they allowed a special teams punt return all the way inside of the red zone. And all the while, they had a chance to win the game. I think that I wouldn't have made the holding call at the end. Me personally, I get that it was holding. I would have let them play. That's me. I thought it was a really physical game. It was a good game. And I think the team that made, one team made one more play. And I think it was that simple. I thought it was a great game. And then I think that it's a good opportunity for Eric Bieniemy, who's going to be the offensive coordinator in Washington. I think it's a good opportunity for him to show he's going to be the assistant head coach and the offensive coordinator. We're really going to see if he can mold Sam Howell and that offense, and there's weapons. If he can have success there, I do think he'll finally land a head coaching job, but just my opinion. You boys tell me what you thought, but I think, look, the team that made more mistakes lost the game. We see that in the Super Bowl often. That's my take.
Patriots are my people. I didn't have a dog in the fight.
Yep.
It was a hold. They didn't call it the other 50 times that it happened during the game. And that's my and here's our boy Neil Liskey chiming in, and I know he's got stuff to say about it, but had you called that the entire game, it wouldn't have looked suspicious. When you didn't call it the entire game, and in fact, there were other calls that looked horrendous that you didn't call, and then you call it in that moment, it looks suspicious.
And it looks scripted, and it's this stuff that they need to avoid in the NFL, boys. They cannot have people continuing to think that everything is like WWE. You can't. They've got it.
Well, let's not
just
WWE.
Just for the people that are out there listening, Neil Liskey will defend it probably because he probably won about $6.5 million on it. That's why.
Oh my!
That's what's up.
Listen,
that's what's up.
I think we have been saying that the stripes control the game, right? I mean, this was a clear and obvious game changer.
Right.
Once again, made by who? Who did that? Who allowed it to happen?
And Neil tries to defend about the changes of the outcome of the game. There were other holding calls that were horrendous, like obvious, like crazy holding calls that they let go and they didn't call. And then they called a hand on the hip, and not the jersey didn't even come away from the body. So if you let all of that other stuff go, don't tell me that was a game-changing hold that you didn't call the whole game.
Smitty, go.
I got a question. Did they interview the defender?
Yes.
Yes.
What did the defender say?
That it was a hold and tried to get away with it.
That it was a hold, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the argument.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on.
Well, what's the argument? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me give you the hold on. Time out.
Oh,
Smitty.
Okay.
Smitty, you work in a union.
Second.
Smitty, you work in a union. You ever tell somebody just to say, "Yeah, I did it," so that they get a lesser punishment?
Jeez, you sound like a convict.
Smitty?
I'm going to go with Neil on this one. Take a breath, Cowboy.
Smitty.
Take a breath, Cowboy.
Listen, Smitty, you ever tell somebody in your union to go with it?
That was a long time ago. I can't recall.
I like it. Yeah.
Wow,
listen,
what an answer.
And I don't think that anyone disagreed that by the book it wasn't a holding call.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
But there were more egregious holds that happened during the game that weren't called, and to call that at that moment was crazy.
Affected the outcome of the game.
Honestly, in all fairness, I think that, yes, you're absolutely right. I'm going to be neutral on this side. You know what I mean? I think that late in the game, for the referees to call it, okay, I get it. But at the same time, it was so obvious that he was holding on onto his jersey. What if they don't call it? You know what I mean?
Then they kick the field goal and they have a chance to go down the field and see what Hurts can do.
But they let more go throughout the game. And if Neil Liskey didn't win $6.5 million, he would have been arguing for the other side as their union rep.
He would have had he would have a different Apple Watch for every day if he won that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He would have been running a marathon a day with a new Apple Watch. That's all.
Right.
Sweating all over it and replacing it for the next one.
All right.
Yeah. I wouldn't have called it. That's me. I don't even think the ball was catchable.
So let me ask you guys this question, and hopefully we can put football to the side after this. So do you think that that's the reason why Kansas City won, because of that last call?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right.
No, absolutely
I'm just
not.
curious.
Absolutely.
No,
Because
but it ended the
No, they
game.
won because of the
Because let me ask you guys a question. At halftime, before that terrible show, who was winning?
What do you mean
All right,
terrible?
so, hold on. Time out. So
Terrible.
Smitty, let me ask you a question. Did that call shut down the possibility of a different outcome?
Yes.
I guess we'll never know.
No. I'm asking you.
Hold on.
Did
Let me look at the camera. I guess we'll never know.
You a union rep 100%, and
Was that good?
I love it.
Good?
It was believable. Let me ask you a question.
It was good.
All right, Smith, you said it was a terrible performance at halftime. Okay.
Yo, hold on though. Listen, man, there's gonna be a lot of Rihanna fans. I don't want them shitting on me. So
I
just made that comment. That's it.
I'm a fan. I want to know what would you have rather seen other than Rihanna out there? I mean, probably not.
I have
Rihanna.
no comment to that.
Oh man. All right.
So Ray, let me ask you this question. Do people think that last year's show was better?
Probably.
I don't know about people.
Last year's show was great, wasn't it?
It was. So last year's people were okay with Snoop doing the Crip Walk the whole halftime show.
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My union rep. There he is.
No, listen to this. How about this? So I just want to throw this out there because I actually really enjoyed it. It's probably most of the game that I watched was the national anthem in the beginning. Chris Stapleton, I thought he absolutely crushed it.
We wasn't talking about that though. We wasn't talking about the national anthem. We wasn't talking about the national anthem. We were talking about the halftime show.
I know. I moved it forward a little bit. I just moved it. You said one was terrible, and I thought the national anthem was unbelievably great. Like Whitney Houston.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston
it was cute. Rihanna's pregnant. Blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
I love it. So, man, them double IPAs are hitting you, Smith. We're gonna have to do our double IPAs every time we jump on the mic. Hopefully, your internet connection can be a little tighter so you can stick with us for the whole time.
So, Ray,
struggle is real, bro.
Struggle, yo. So we're gonna set up a GoFundMe page for my guy over here.
No doubt.
We're gonna do We're gonna upgrade.
Hey, can I ask one question? And I hope Smitty supports me on this, right? So you thought that the national anthem was awesome, phenomenal, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Have you ever seen the national anthem not be awesome?
Absolutely not.
I've seen it where it was different.
When did the national anthem become a show?
God, you know what, Russ? Probably 10, 15 years ago. I'm not sure.
Okay, so
maybe,
I think
maybe longer than that. I don't know, but I know when I mean, don't get me wrong. It's presented in different ways, and I really appreciated the way that Chris Stapleton presented it. That's what I'm saying.
Does it need to be presented in different ways? Like so you got to understand where I'm coming from, and I'm sure Smitty is. Sure. I don't know Kev's background, but when you hear the national anthem, if there's no music and you say it, it stings my heart. For somebody to have to perform it in a manner that stings your heart, to me, is insane.
Right.
Like, to me, they don't need to sing it. They could get out there and say the Pledge of Allegiance, and it is what it is.
Sure.
So for all of the nonsense about Rihanna, and you hated the Rihanna half show, but you were okay with last year's halftime show with Snoop doing the Crip Walk. That was awesome. But now we get emotional over how someone sang the national anthem.
Wait, who's emotional?
But Russ, hold on though, Russ. You know the reason why Ray became emotional? Because his cousin was emotional.
My cousin,
the Eagles head coach.
Oh my, that's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
You better give me tickets next year, cheap bastard. God damn, Kevin, you got something to say, man. You've been sitting there a little quiet. Come on, bro. What you got?
The best national anthem performance I ever saw was Whitney Houston, Bills, Giants, hands down.
100%. 100%. Yes, sir. Yes.
But
sir.
so
She
so
sang, and I think
absolutely.
she sang it in a way
100%.
that the
I'm not dis-
military. I think it was. You know, there was music, but her voice, the way she sang it, she didn't veer off, and that's what I think Schmidt's trying to say. Like we've had other people sing it, and even in the NBA stuff, like we've had people sing the national anthem, and they've put a spin on it. And I think, especially to people that were in the military, I think they just like it sung the way that it, you know, usually is sung, and that's it. And I
okay,
think she did the best.
my point is, and I'm not trying to be harsh, but Kev,
Right.
did you serve in the military?
No,
So
but
why
I
does it
respect
take?
those that. But I
No.
respect those that have.
And I get that, and that's the message I'm trying to portray, and I think Smitty gets it, right?
Mhm.
Why does it have to be sung in a special manner?
That I can't answer. I think it's up to the artist, to be honest with you.
But to me, having someone that's shed the blood,
right.
like the national anthem is the national anthem. If you're going to tear up, you should tear up if Ray goes out there and speaks it, or Smitty goes out there and freaking throws out the best lyrics you've ever heard.
Okay.
Fair
Like,
enough.
is that
Fair.
crazy?
No, it's fair.
No, it's fine. Fair. Very fair. Very fair. I was just trying to point out how great I thought it was, and I understand
He
your
did a
point.
good job.
Russell.
No, he did a
He
good
did
job.
do a
Whitney
great job.
Houston, though.
No,
You're right,
hey,
Kev.
I'm not disagreeing with you either. Nope, not on this one.
Well, listen, I ain't mad at Whitney Houston. I was throwing out the argument.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah, you got it. Chalk one up for the cowboy down there in the corner of the right corner of the screen, depending on which way you're looking at it.
Right.
Well, because he won money. Otherwise, he'd be arguing the other side of it, and you know it.
Listen, it is what it is.
Yeah, it can't change. It is what it is.
Yo, you got
Linsky should have to buy us lunch just for making that argument. That's all I'm saying.
And he might. Baseball news to finish up, boys. Baseball news to finish up. We got some World Baseball Classic coming on. It's probably going to happen in what? We got a couple weeks, Smitty? What are we looking like?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, hold on, though. It's March 8th, March 7th. It
Couple
starts
weeks.
the World Baseball Classic. And let's see, we have 4 pools.
Oh, Kevin, where'd you go? Oh, there he is.
Ray, I got to be honest with you. I want to put the Hook Sports on the spot.
Yes.
So
Do it.
Shall we succeed throughout the next year? I think we should be doing a live performance from spring training.
A live performance from spring training. When? Like in a couple of weeks, Ross?
No.
Yeah, either from Florida. From Florida.
2024.
No.
2024?
From Florida.
And what would you
Arizona.
say? So what would you say if I can make that happen, we can make that happen. We can make that happen, right? You think we can make that happen, Ross?
Oh, it's done. Absolutely.
All right. Then we'll make it happen. Simple.
It'll be a lot of fun though down there.
Yeah. All right. So I have to plan on what spring trainings right now.
Yeah. And I want the people that are following us and supporting us to know that we're not going backwards, we're going forwards.
Forward.
And next year, 2024, we should be live at spring training. We should make that a benchmark right now.
All right, done. I'm in.
Kev,
I'm down.
Smitty, are you off?
I'm off, baby.
Oh shit. Get into it. All right, let's check out these pools. But I do like the spring training idea, and I'm totally down. Fort Myers? Let's do it.
Fort Myers. I like it.
We're not going to go see
Hey,
Orioles, though.
maybe we can get Neil Liskey to sponsor some of our trip.
Oh shit. Let's do it. Neil, where you at? Smitty Treehouse. Yo, is that a treehouse?
Heather's good, man. Heather's good. Yes.
Yo,
absolutely.
Shit. You
All
should
right,
see what happens when she gets a couple of those in her.
She's
Woo!
dangerous.
Woo! Let me tell you.
Heather is
love
not good.
Treehouse.
Heather is the greatest.
Yes, I agree.
Damn, Hayes.
Well, I
You
guess
gotta
we're
be
gonna have to
careful with
second
her,
to that, huh?
Ray.
No,
Yes,
listen.
it is Hayes.
Listen. I love my Heather. She puts up with Ray. She gets 2 thumbs up, man.
Yeah. Okay, Russ. You can sit on those 2 thumbs and send them right where you know where. You mother. Oh shit! I gotta move this. I can't see Kev. Oh, where is he? There he is. Oh, Hayes. She got the Hayes in the house too.
She got the haze, yeah. She got everything down.
Damn,
Purple?
yeah. She
Yeah,
likes her
purple.
treehouse. She likes her tree. All right, so listen, check it out. What do we got? We got Pool A, we got the Taipei, Netherlands, Cuba, Italy, and Panama. So if you were to look at that pool right away, Smitty, how many teams advance each round, by the way? Because I'm not familiar. Pool. Oh, two teams.
So we got like you said, 4 pools. And after the 4 pools, you got the quarterfinals, semifinals, and then the championship. You know what I mean? So the pool C, you got USA, Mexico, Colombia, Canada, and Great Britain. And pool D, you got Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Israel, and Nicaragua. They're going to be playing in Miami.
Okay.
Pool C is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona, Netherlands, Cuba, Italy, Panama, and Taiwan. Pool B is going to be in Japan, Korea, Australia, China, Czech Republic, and that's in Tokyo, Japan. And as of now, because a lot of things have changed, like when I said that.
We lost him again. So listen, check it out. We got the pools up.
I'm here.
You're there, Kev Rush. You're there, right?
Yelling at my kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Smitty, I don't know where Smitty went, but if you guys were to look at these pools, just like right off, what the heck is it? Hey, girl, what is that, Russ? What is that? So
I said, yeah, girl.
All right. So, oh shit. Oh, he left, so we lost his pool too. Damn it.
Yeah, but let's
That's
be
all right.
honest. We all know the teams. We all know the couple teams that are gonna make. I'm just so uninspired by this. I just don't want any of my guys getting hurt. We just talked about Montas. We already lost. Cortez hurt his hamstring. This is an awesome thing for people that are into it, but I just don't want any of my guys getting hurt.
And you know what, Kev? I'm the complete opposite of you.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because I don't want. Well, I'm in agreement with you because I don't want any of my guys getting hurt. I don't think I have many guys playing anyway. We got to make sure Rafa stays healthy. But other than that, that injuries could help us from other teams, and we need the help. We need the help this year. And I'm not rooting for people to get hurt, by the way.
No, I know.
Are you talking about as a Red Sox fan?
What?
You talking about as a Red Sox fan?
I'm just saying, yeah, we need help from wherever we can get it. If the World Baseball Classic is going to help us, beat the Yankees 12 times this year, then I'm okay with that.
Yeah, well,
that's not going to happen.
That ain't happening.
You're probably right. I'm not going to say it is.
I know we did a lot of talk last week about the NBA, and just real quick, like this week, they went nuts with the trades, and that the number 13 Lakers beat the number 8 or 7 New Orleans Hornets, and they went crazy that it was this huge win. Do you think anything happened in the NBA that impacts the outcome of the end of the season?
I think it's fair to say the Lakers will be better. I don't know how much better, but I think they're only 3.5 games out of the final playoff spot to get in that play-in. So, I mean, I think the moves they made, I mean, they're huge. First of all, I mean, they got Bamba, who's 7 foot. They're and then they added some shooting with Russell. I thought that was smart. And I think we'll see. I mean, they're not that far out. I don't think that made them a championship contender, but I think it put them in conversation to get into that, whatever they do now. I mean, what is it like? They have a play-in kind of deal where the first 4 seeds are in, and then there's a matchup to see who gets in to be the.
So what about So what about the Mavericks, the Suns?
Oh, the Suns, baby, the
Suns,
Suns.
And wherever Russell Westbrook ends up.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, but I think his point. I understand his point. I think Dallas tried to get Luka, another superstar. I think Kyrie's a disaster. You know how I feel about that. But I think Phoenix definitely got better. And, I think they're going to be a real tough out. But again,
so let me,
we'll
Kev,
see.
let me give you one more question on that. Do you think it's different with Kyrie knowing that he's playing for a contract?
Yes.
Yes, and yes, because he wants a max contract. They already said they're probably not going to offer him a contract at all. So I would have to think that how he's been since he's been there in a short time is, I mean, you start to get to know a player real well. I think he's just a weird dude. And I think because of his past not playing games, I think they're going to be reluctant to do that. But I think they took a shot this year to see if this works, to see if he could help Luka. And I think I can't answer it like the chemistry, how it's going to be compelling to watch.
But
I
do you
think
think
out of all these teams that we're talking about, I think Phoenix got better.
But do you think with Kyrie, do you think that they got him at the right point to where he's got to play for a contract, and that Cuban may be, if you look at the NBA, right, and the activity of the owners, is Cuban the guy that can reach him?
I don't think anybody can.
Do you think that the Phoenix Sun have become like a legitimate contender or probability?
Can I say something real quick?
Good.
The Mavericks are 5 and 5 of their last 10. That's with Kyrie and Luka on the court at the same time. Phoenix, you don't know yet because Durant has not stepped on the court, but I will say this. The Suns have won 7 out of their last 10. Chris Paul's an unbelievable point guard. Devin Booker is an amazing compliment to him. And when you add the best shooter in the NBA to those two players, the Suns are going to be the team to beat in the NBA.
The Suns did not give up a lot.
No, they lost Cam Johnson and they lost who's the other guy they lost there? But they're both good players.
Bridges is a good player.
Mikal Bridges, thank you.
Cam Johnson's a good player, and they got draft picks that are going to pay off years down the road. When these guys are done playing, that team's going to need to rebuild. Those draft picks are going to be high. But I think that if Durant's healthy, I think they're going to be a real tough out. I think they're better. I think they're better than Denver with a healthy Durant. It's just, I just don't know with the health.
Billy,
Billy, I just shared it.
Yeah, Billy Kane just brought up that it's
time out though. Time out.
Luka's been out, and Luka just came back.
All right, time out. Who's the best shooter in the NBA? Who's the best shooter in the NBA?
The most accurate shooter of the NBA, Kevin Durant.
He is, or Doncic?
Oh, I don't know who's got a higher shooting percentage. I know if I wanted a guy to shoot the ball at the end of the game, I'm probably going to pick Kevin Durant over anybody
because he can shoot over everybody.
Doncic has one game back in October that he did not shoot over 50%.
Okay, so the Joker has the highest shooting percentage in the NBA. Do I want Joker to shoot it or do I want Kevin Durant to shoot it?
Where's the ball? Because Kevin Durant might throw out his Achilles and not be able to shoot it.
Yeah, but we're
not talking about an Achilles. We're talking about who's going to shoot the ball at the end of the game.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan.
Well, that's not part of it, Russell.
And I agree with you. What happened to Curry, though? I know Curry's hurt, but
I love Curry. Don't get me wrong. I love Curry. You know what Curry is?
Right, so let me ask you this question: Game 7 of the NBA Finals, who is LeBron James passing the ball to?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
That's if he's healthy, though.
On the Lakers, he passes.
No. Throughout the NBA, because we know that LeBron James isn't going to take the shot. So who is LeBron James passing the ball to?
Anthony Davis, if he's on the court.
No, he's saying any player in the NBA. It'd be Kevin Durant.
Anyone in the NBA.
Curry. Yeah, but it doesn't even matter if Durant is a top 5. You get the point. Kevin Durant is 7 feet. He could shoot over anybody if he's healthy, even at this age. What his point was is that Kevin Durant is a dynamic offensive player that can put up points, that can score from anywhere on the court, and that makes Phoenix better. And that
who is entering, but my argument is that he's entering the LeBron James era where he can only play every second or third game or he's hurt.
But that's why I said if he's healthy in the playoffs, that's what they want. And that's a different argument in terms of rest. But if he's healthy in the playoffs, they're going to be a tough out because and look, if Durant has the ball and drives, he could kick it to Booker. I mean, that's the scary thing about both of them is they play off, and Chris Paul is going to find the open man. So I think out of all this, out of all the trades, out of all this stuff we're talking about, I think the team that really, really became elite, a team that got so much better that they can contend for the title and maybe be the favorite is Phoenix. Everybody else has a question.
My argument is that much like Tiger Woods did to Justin Thomas, Michael Jordan would walk up to all of them and hand them a tampon. That's all I can tell you.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So just real quick, because I did a little bit of research real quick, obviously. Kevin Durant, 49% from the field, 498 from the field. Mm-hmm. Steph Curry, almost 48%, 475. Mm-hmm. Luka, 466. The Joker, because I had to look him up. I brought up his name, right? Mm-hmm. 55%.
He has only had one game since October under 50%.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's a back-to-back MVP for a reason.
No, and he could win another one.
He's that dude.
And if he reaches the third MVP, he goes back to Bird. There's only three other people that have back-to-back MVPs.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great player. He really is. Plays under the rim too. Like he's an under the rim player. And I like that about him.
Look it up.
No, I don't have to look that up. I believe you. He's he's unbelievable.
Wilt Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Larry Bird. The only three to have back-to-back MVPs. No Michael Jordan, no Kobe, none of them.
Yeah. Well,
so when did Kyrie go to Dallas? Beginning of February?
Yeah. Luka, like Billy Kane said, Luka was gone when he was in Dallas to begin with. Luka just came back a game or two ago, maybe.
No, he's actually been back since the beginning of February. I'm just trying to figure that out.
But
he's been back since January 30th.
Well, don't you remember last week they played a game and Kyrie dribbled the clock out?
Yeah, he was not.
And Luka was wide open, and you could see Luka just be like, "Oh my god!" So
yeah, but when Kyrie first came back, Luka was not playing. He was not on the court.
No, I know that in the beginning, but still, they're on a 3-game losing streak, and he played 41 minutes, 36 minutes, and 35 minutes in all 3 losses. I mean, I don't know what the argument is there.
Did Luka play?
Chemistry, maybe?
No, it is a chemistry, 100%. But those were Luka's minutes right there. Was Kyrie out? I don't know.
Listen, I'm not.
I think the bottom line is that Phoenix is the team to watch out for in the NBA besides the Boston Celtics.
I agree. Totally agree.
Listen, I hope in my heart that the Celtics and their longevity together pays off more. But the Phoenix Suns have become, if they just play it right and are healthy going into the postseason, that's scary.
All right, boys, let's wrap it up. It's Friday night. What are we looking forward to this weekend? Smitty, I'll start with you.
We're looking forward to the NBA All-Star game. Let's see who wins the dunk contest, the 3-point contest, and the All-Star game. You know, West versus East. You got LeBron James, his team. You got the Greek Freak, his team. Was really good.
I'm only going to throw one out because I'm going to give Ray the opportunity for the other one. But the NASCAR Daytona 500 is this Sunday, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Kev?
God, I'm looking forward to seeing if North Carolina can win at NC State, because they're flirting with missing the tournament, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And that one of the Carolina guards was talking, smack about how this isn't a rivalry. I hate that when they do that stuff, but that's the game I'll be looking forward to. Some college basketball this weekend.
Well, you know where I'm tuning into. Genesis Invitational.
Yep.
Riviera. I didn't see how Tiger finished today. I know he was at -2. I can't find his name where I'm looking for it. So hopefully there he is. So he finished at +1. He should make the cut. It's suspended right now, but I'm looking forward to see if Tiger can get through the weekend on that, on those knees and that back, and just, pace of play is going to speed up. Obviously, it's a little slower now. It's a little bit easier. If Max Homa can maybe stay on top of a leaderboard, he has had a hard time doing that as well. But that's what I'm looking forward to this weekend. Top players on the leaderboard, top 10 right now. You've got Homa, Mitchell, Rahm, Hodges, Morikawa, Cantlay, McIlroy, Kuchar, Willett, Woodland, Zalatoris, Scheffler, Lowry, Fleetwood. I mean, all those names I just rattled off. That's a great field. It's almost like a major. Those are all top golfers in the world. So
what's the score spread in that, Ray?
I'm sorry.
What's 1 to 20? What's the spread?
The leaders at -10, and tied for 21st is 7 shots back. Harrison English is tied for 21st with. Yeah. Hey, it's going to be a weekend. It's going to be a weekend, boys. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you guys very soon.
Gentlemen,
we're
enjoy
due.
your weekend.
Should I play the outro for the outro, or should I play the intro? Because I'm backwards today.